female artists started blowing up in Afrobeat because Tiwa Savage started doing sexy. So the early Afrobeat female, Where MC was not doing, she was there since in the 90s, early 90s or mid 90s. She's female too. But she's rapping. She's doing the guy type.
Yeah.
Sasha, she's rapping. She's doing the guy type. Even though that was what Afrobeat was all about.
You are now listening to the Real Afro Unity podcast with our hosts, Daring and Ayo, where we discuss various topics that affect our African diaspora. With these conversations, they aim to hopefully bridge the gap between us African Americans with the Nigerian diaspora. They will dismantle the myths and share a new perspective. Please sit back, relax, listen, and enjoy the conversation.
Welcome to another edition of Afro Entertainment with what will I say? Real Afro Unity with my co-host OG AY of OG Capital.
What's up, guys?
What's good?
Nothing much, man. How you been?
I've been good. You know, it's been some time we recorded like an edition of Afro Entertainment.
Right.
You know, right?
And a lot has happened.
We've done the Odude Festival. You know, we spoke last time, I think, about Tems and some other musical, other entertainment news that we felt like need to be mentioned, right? And from that perspective, we felt like we had a storyline that we were following. And we felt like, I think we ended in 2022 with Tony Tetula and the Remedies and so on and so forth. Right. Then the birth of newer artists that started coming into Afrobeat. But before we get into that, there's something we always say when we come on the podcast. And I want you to like shed more light on this because this is a very important aspect of whatever we might be doing, which is what OG Capital is trying to do when it comes to helping families level up and creating opportunities for them and, helping people move from one level of life
to the next
one. So I want you to like use this opportunity to like shed more light on that, then we can go into entertainment and enjoy ourselves.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. So I am the founder CEO of OG Capital. OG Capital is a wealth management firm. We specialize on helping families create, grow, and pass along wealth. And we do this in several different ways. One major platform that we have is through our educational platform. You can attend one of our webinars so you can get some insights on how you can create wealth for yourself. We offer what is called the wealth pyramid, which together as a whole is what comprises of your wealth. That stems from life insurance, your real estate, investments, and more importantly, the liquidity system. And so the whole purpose of this is to help families learn how to actually create wealth because, we hear this term a lot. People just, it's now become a catchphrase, but what does it actually mean? How do you start? What steps do I have to take? All those questions are answered in our webinars. So if you attend one of our introductory webinars, you get big picture how to establish yourself.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's more nuanced. If you're interested enough, then you can schedule a call with me so that we can dive into your system. Maybe you're not at the retirement savings stage yet. You still need to acquire real estate. So then we can put together an action plan for you to acquire real estate. Once you acquire real estate, that's what moves you into the middle class. Then you can start to think of saving for your retirement or for your children, setting up policies for your kids so that if God forbid anything happens to you in your income, you still have a way of providing for your children. So we cover this and many more topics on our webinars.
And not to cut you short, but like add to it. we want people to know, like, this is not just for people that are high earners.
Yes.
We are not talking to people that are made already. We ourselves, we are still upcoming, right?
Exactly.
So we are like talking to people that are interested in, and just in any level that you are, there's always something to start with for you.
Exactly.
That can help you build not just wealth for yourself, but I call it generational wealth.
That's
something you can live for your children and your children's children. Let me put it that way.
That will continue to grow.
That even your grandkids will be happy they came through your lineage.
Right, exactly. That you're in a good or I'm a whatever. You understand? It's a badge of honor because you were thought of in advance.
Yes, and it starts with little drops of water.
Steps.
That can help you.
That will help you grow.
That help you grow it.
Right,
so reach out to OG Capital and hey. We've come here and spoken about how you can up your skills with business analyst, project management skills, and all of these skills. Now, we are not just helping you get a job. We're also helping you create wealth in another way.
The income you're making
so
from the
we
job.
are not just going to say, go make the money, then let's party every Friday. It is good to make the money. It is good to also party. But at the same time, it is good to put something that you can be proud of, that your children can be proud of, that your great-grandchildren can be proud of as well. So that is what OG Capital is all about from my YOG.
And to learn more, go to www.ogcapitalllc.com.
Yeah.
There, the link is down below. Visit, attend one of our webinars, schedule a free consultational call. I'll speak to you, understand where you are and where you're trying to go and how I can help you get there.
And as we always say, for your trainings, for your business analyst, data analyst, just send it to
info at realafrounity.com.
Yeah. So, just send it in any way of this email.
If it's a comment in the video,
just get express yourself and
because we're really on a mission to help 1,000 families. Help us get to that goal. 1,000 families has to be impacted by myself and Darian, and so that's the main purpose of us coming here every week, recording content, because we're trying to reach you all.
Yeah.
And we're trying to have everybody move into the middle class together because this country has so many opportunities.
I'm telling you.
Sometimes you need a mentor, a group of people, a place to come to that has resources, that also has the time and patience to help you with where you're at and help you get to where you're trying to go.
All right. And on that note, so welcome again to Afro Entertainment. This is your boy Darren and OG. I'm so excited. I don't know why. It's always very fun and, it's the easier part of it when we have to talk about entertainment.
Because it's more relaxed now.
It's more relaxed.
This is our day off on camera. But we're still on camera.
But we're still on camera, yeah. But it's our day off because you don't have to be tailored to what we want to discuss and so on and so forth, putting thoughts together.
Exactly.
And the series has been interesting. Funny enough, I have someone reach out to me on Instagram and say, nice. That gave me a nostalgic feeling of, old songs, not everybody will know about it, but if you go stream it, you will know where we at. And
you know what's funny too? With the genre, right? It all depends on where you are too. Because if you're in England, there's a certain sound there. Yeah, you may be hearing the same songs, but there's a certain lifestyle background.
Yeah.
If you're in Nigeria, there's another lifestyle background. If you're here in the States, there's a different lifestyle background. Like when we played that Gongwaso song, and I remember the concert when he first came to the States, and I made an effort to go because I'm like, this is a Yoruba artist. For me, it was a big deal. This is maybe 22, 23-year-old Ayo, still trying to figure things out here in America. Just came back from boarding school and I'm in college and I'm like, oh, wow, this is a Yoruba big song. And then he's coming to the States. So it gave me feelings of, man,
This is it.
This is it. So even till this day, every time I hear that Gongaso song,
it's a different kind of feeling.
It's a different kind of feeling.
That song topped Nigeria chart for like 2 years. I'm not kidding.
It was a sensational song. You know, let me ask you, that song versus Yauze, what was bigger?
Whoa, Gongaso.
Yauze was big too. It had a dance.
It was mad. No, it's maybe I'm sentimental. That is why I said Gongaso, right? Maybe because I had to delete all my pictures and songs to get Gongaso. But Yauze was big too.
Huge.
It was mad. And these were and that is what like gets me crazy. When people start saying the Davidos and the Wizkids and the Burna Boys of this world are doing much, much better than these old artists. I'm like, do you know what it took?
There was no social media. Like,
what it would take a song to move from Ibadan, from Oyo State to Lagos State alone? Do you know what it will take you to move? Now I can sit down in my house, like, record one song, put it on the internet, promote it, and people are listening to it.
Exactly.
Go to TikTok,
and
get someone to dance on it naked, and that is it. People will go and stream it just to listen to whatever we might be doing.
Just to understand.
So, like, you can imagine the Yauze. I think they maintained they were in Ibadan then, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So maybe they, like working with Puffy T, that was one big producer as well. Moved to maybe they take it to Lagos before it could like go all through, get to all the six states in Nigeria, then come outside of Nigeria, move to other countries and other continents. The work they had to put in, it's not being.
There's a lot more. There's a lot more help now.
The Gongaso, the Yauze part and the, when I compare the two of them, I always feel like Gongaso was massive, but the energy it would take them to like promote those songs then in Nigeria down to other continents, America, Europe, Africa, that's huge work.
Huge.
So when people come and say some artists have it better, can you imagine that Gongaso just dropped now? Just imagine that Gongaso dropped to
Yo. I don't even know.
Because even in my dreams, if I still sleep, I still hear the not to exaggerate.
And then, you know what it is? When you hear that, everybody knows what to do. Everyone.
So it's massive. It's massive, and I mean, I'm not saying today's artists are not working, like,
of course not, but it's just different.
But they have more tools to work with.
Right.
So, and to whom much is given,
much is required.
Yes, and expected as well. So they have more tools to work with. They have better opportunities to promote their songs. But I still feel like Gongaso is still the best Afrobeat record ever.
In my opinion. I mean, we're biased.
To me, I might be biased.
Time of at least for me, I'll speak for myself. It was a very special time of my life. Like, in terms of just where I was in life. And then that was like the soundtrack that can best describe it for me. So that's why I have a bias to that song. Young kids now don't understand with that.
Even for someone that just started partying, 18 years old, just started having the opportunity to go to club.
Right.
If you play that song in a club today, he will still dance to it.
That's what makes it a classic.
Exactly. Yeah. So he might not know who sang it, but he's going to feel it. Like,
it's still legit.
What song is this? He's going. Except you are not. Except maybe you listen to.
Be nice, because I can see where this is going. Be nice, okay? We're trying to unite people here.
Okay. You knew where I was going.
I can see.
Okay, but hey, except to just listen to, you prefer that genre of music, like find something and find something sweet to say. Maybe just prefer the joy of music to Afrobeat. Right, but if you're an Afrobeat person, there's no way you're going to listen to Gongaso
and now feel it and feel the energy.
Yeah. So I mean, but today is not about Gongaso.
Wait, let's fast forward. So it's been 20 years since 2004, right?
Yeah. Gongaso.
That era, that time. Yeah, so now let's fast forward, or let's kind of pivot to D'banj and what he's doing now. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I don't think it's much of a reunion. You know, like if you have worked with someone that has helped build your career, that you guys have done something together, something that I don't think was achieved before and will ever be achieved again. The kind of synergy, the kind of energy they both gave each other, I don't think we will ever get that again in Afrobeat. So to me, it's only normal for them to like come back together, you know, like, or Don Jazzy supporting D'banj for him celebrating 20 years on stage. See, these two people, I think they came out in 2004, right? Yeah. With Tongolo. It was something we have never seen before in Afrobeat space. You know, there's a Don Jazzy and there's a D'banj. And you know, Don Jazzy then, I don't know, maybe they just created it out of the Tongolo video, because I think DJ T produced that video. You know, it was just Don Jazzy holding that stick, you know, like, we can tell them the cocoa, you know, we can tell them the cocoa, you know, like the video with some slim ladies, you know, dancing. It was new. It was different. Yeah. It was different. Yeah. And so I think everything blew up for them when they started using that character in real life, whereby Don Jazzy doesn't talk. It's D'banj that talks. So now he's assuming that Don personality, you know, like with his walking stick, and you know, if he wants to say something, he whispers to D'banj's hair, then D'banj now be the one to say that, you know. It was fun. It was a fun thing, and they were not blown then. I doubt if they were already making money then, but their personalities fit to what they were doing. D'banj was the entertainer. I go out, I'm the one that is jumping all around. Don Jazzy is the
more
boss.
Reserved.
I'm the boss. I'm the Don. I stay here. I don't talk. So everybody knew what to expect from. And they were working together.
See, to me, right? Like, I see that's like for me as a Nigerian American, in that time, to see two Nigerian artists combined to that level enough to garner the attention of international ears, like people here in the States. It was the equivalence of me, like Don, it's like Dre and 50 Cent. Or Dre and Eminem, 50 Cent and Eminem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Coming together to
produce the album that has in the Get With Your Dad Trying or something.
Right. So what I'm saying is like to see Don Jazzy for me was like the first mogul in entertainment for me as a Nigerian American. So it was good to see that, like, wow, okay, two Africans working together, and it's not like it's music that's trash. This is actually really dope music. We're dancing to it in the clubs. Everybody knows the songs in all the schools. Everyone knows like this as to be true. And for me, it was inspiring. Like somebody that was really into music at the time, for you to see your two Nigerian artists taking a picture with Snoop Dogg and have a whole video together. I'm like, yo, this is it. We're on the map.
And when we talk about international collaborations and people feel like, some people did not pave way for them.
No, that's not
true. But someone had the courage to walk up to Snoop then and say, yo, can you listen to this? You know, can we have a song together? And they actually did Mr. Endowed remix.
Endowed remix together.
Yeah,
they shot the video in LA.
I didn't even know where.
Yeah,
you might know. You were already.
Of course,
in the US,
I was. So. Yeah, I was following the whole thing. Like I was excited. Like,
and that is it. So,
we're not in the background anymore. We're in the forefront now.
So he was confident enough of what he had, and went out so he could approach him and say, "Hey, I have this record.
It's already big.
Can you
just put your blessings on it? Your uncle blessings on it."
And that was it. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure, you can check, that would probably be the first collaboration between an Afrobeat artist and an American artist.
At that magnitude.
At that level. I don't think any other person did it before.
Probably Fela and some like...
Fela did not even have doesn't have time.
He was occupied.
He was on his own wavelength. He might have collaborated musically with people, maybe instrumentals and so on and so forth. But like, when it comes to pop culture, Afrobeat, American rap, pop culture, that was the first collaboration with a video, with a video, nice video.
Not just a verse. He was in the video.
He did what he had to do.
He had to make the song. It was cool.
So, like, for me, I felt like Tongolo was good, was popular, but Tongolo did not. He brought a slang, which is one of the reasons why Afrobeat songs peak. If you can influence the culture with a slang in your song, it will peak fast. But I think Why Me was what blew Moit's records. I think from Why Me
to Bumper.
No, that was from Wandeko from Moit, right?
Yeah,
but from when it comes to the band's perspective, I'll say Why Me. Wandeko too was there. Wandeko was in the remix of Why Me, but it was in the remix.
That was when they signed him, right?
Yeah, I think they already signed him when they did Why Me.
When they did Why Me, yeah.
But Why Me was what just drove Moit Records
to the next level.
To the next level in Nigeria. Because it was so relatable.
Huge.
It was, and when I spoke about Tony Tetwila, I said the recipe he had songs that people can sing along, like rhymes. That people can just sing
nursery
along.
Rhymes that you just...
They can sing along with it.
Up quickly.
And that was what Why Me did. The other part of it, what the band was saying, if you want my money, I go touch your body, I don't care if my money you want, my body you want. Baby, can you tell me why me? You see that part of Why Me? Everybody screams it. You understand?
Yeah,
you understand? Like the other, follow me to London. All those ones.
That's okay.
It's okay. But you see the hook,
the chorus,
the chorus of that song.
It's simple
with Don Jazzy's voice. If you want my money, I go touch your body.
You do a good impression of him. You do a good impression of him. So men. We like that. Guys, we like that. If you want my money, I'm going to touch your body, this is a trade.
But just tell me, why me, So it was relatable. Yeah. It was like it was like someone's experience.
Yeah.
So the production level of Don Jazzy, that guy is something else. Yes. I don't even know where to start from. It's something else.
He's a true genius because he's still doing that through his artists.
Yeah, till date.
He has a good ear.
And in Nigeria, that people bastardize producers. So what I mean is, if you're a good producer, everybody just flocks to you. They rock you for 2 years, and they move on to the next person that discovered the next sound.
I see.
So for him to constantly evolve and
be relevant,
bringing in new artists, I don't think apart from, I don't know between Don Jazzy and Olamide, who has produced
the most number of artists
for Nigerian Afrobeat. I don't know. Like,
that's a good point.
Because Olamide too is mad. Like, if you see a lot of artists that has gone through Olamide, you can imagine like Adekunle Gold was signed to IBNL years back. But now he's he's on a different level now. But then he was on a different level. You think of people like Lilke, Shinko, like Ashake now. There's Alice. Over the years, he has been able to like chunk out
really good.
Zlatan, you know, gave people like their first break, feature on their song, and before you know, they're blown. You know, Olamide has constantly done that. But Don Jazzy, no. This is him.
I mean, since 2004.
Till now.
It's like he still
has Iron Star.
Like,
he still has Iron Star, right?
He's like, I think the perfect comparison that I can make of Don Jazzy is like the Timbaland. You know how Timbaland had Missy Elliott? He had all these famous stars in the 80s. I mean, no, in the 90s. Late 90s. Early 2000s.
Yeah, late 90s, early 2000s.
Even now, he still has his syndicates.
Yeah.
Don Jazzy's
on that level.
They're going to age the same way. You understand?
Because like, Don Jazzy, I don't know, like, it's good. I would say in recent times, I think after Ricardo Banks, I don't think they've really had, or let me say, after Ricardo Banks, then it became the Rema and Ira Star era. Mm-hmm. Every other person that is in the label is not like as big as those two, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think any other artist in that label now is pulling their weight to the level that I expect them to be.
Got it.
But today is not for us to judge what Maven
That's another.
Today is for us to talk about the Afrobeat from the bands era.
Right.
So the bands of this world, then I think Flavor 2 came. I think that was also the time Flavor started coming out.
And the Twins. Oh, they get P Square.
Yeah. I think they already dropped their first album then. They already dropped their first album. And they did Busybody.
Busybody.
Busybody. They did Busybody, right?
You just took me back with that. Yo, what?
Yeah, they did Busybody and they did the remix with YMC. Is that would be her name, right? That lady that is in London that raps.
Oh my God. Yeah. Wait MC.
Not YMC, Word MC. Yeah, Word MC. Yeah. They did the Busybody remix.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So like this is the prime of this is where people started paying attention. Like, what are these people doing?
Wait, there's a lot of ruckus.
Fine. We've had the Idris set, and they were like the rapping, the American, really influenced by the American culture. But these ones, they are not overly. They are not trying to be Western.
They are being.
They are doing
like
local, right? So, even though, like, honestly speaking, it's not as if they were not, like, totally influenced. No, so let me put it this way. The band, the Nice, the Flavor, I think they were doing strictly Africa. But when you look at P Square, they were still influenced by Usher, Dancing, and all those ones.
Yeah.
But they were not doing slow songs.
No.
You can imagine Busybody. If you have not eaten, you cannot dance Busybody. That song requires a level of energy for you to dance to it, And also brought this lady, Kafi, that was dancing. I think she was in the Guinness Book of Records. That Nigerian lady that dances. So she was also in the video, And the video production too. I think P Square, what took them to another level was their video production.
Yeah.
The Nigerian Afrobeat scene, P Square were the first set of people that drops songs and drops a video album.
That's true.
Video album, like they would drop a song and drop a video. Videos of all those songs, they would drp it for you to go and buy.
It's almost like they drop a movie and a song at the same time.
So if you're not listening to the audio part, the video will make you
catch your attention.
Because their videos are
on point. And then the dance moves.
I don't know. I don't know. But hey, so I'll say like from 2022 to 2024 when the band came, and to 2026 when Why Me started. I think 25 or 2005, 2006. Why Me? I want to believe that was when it came out. Then Gongaso came.
Shut the whole
And everybody.
Everywhere. On everybody's phone. Like, yo, whose phone is ringing?
See, I don't know. I hope one day I get to meet someone like Kabasa, you know, like it's when it comes to sequencing beats, you know, and I want to understand his thought process. What was he thinking?
What inspired?
I'm sure he must have studied it somewhere. So I was listening to a podcast that he went to.
Okay.
Then they were saying some artists are still in like copying other artists' songs. Mm-hmm. You know, I said it's normal. Like everybody is stealing from somebody else. It just depends on how you.
Well, how you remix your own.
You can see it, recognize it, and make it your own. He now gave a very good example. He said, "What was Shina Peter's first song?" And they say Afro Juju.
That is
you know Shina Peters. Yeah. His first album was titled Afro Juju. Who was doing Afro anything then before that time? Fela. He now said Shina Peters' first album, Titi. Papa Titi. Go and listen to Fela, Tisha. Tisha. Now take it to Shina Peter's first song, Titi. Papa Titi.
The tempo was just faster.
The same beat.
That's crazy.
The same beat.
That is crazy.
Afro Juju Shina Peter Sigba Tiwa Lode. Afro Juju Shina Peter Sigba Tiwa Lode. Titi.
Now I'm hearing both songs in my head.
In your head, right?
Crazy.
So Shina Peter can take it anywhere. You cannot say that beat is not the same thing you're playing. But if you're not a musical person, you will never decode this thing that we just
got it.
That we just came out. So, like, you pick from one, you always get influenced
from different
angles. But, that Gongaso, he must have gotten it somewhere. But the intro in itself is what killed that. You see that song's intro? It's not this day that you have 2 minute songs now. That Gongaso should be around 3 minutes, 4 minutes ish, if I'm not mistaken. But you see those first 15 seconds or first 30 seconds that came with that intro. You go pay attention now. You pay attention to it.
Yeah, the build up is good.
That song, I think there was an artist Q-Dot that used that same beat to create another song. I still liked it. I still liked it. And so the journey of Afrobeat just moved on from what the Idris, the Tony Tetuilas, Eddie Montanas, what they were doing, and it became the era of the band and nice.
Who did they hand over the baton to?
No, they did not hand over any baton. Exactly. So this is what I think happened. Because the group was not solid. Like if you also look at it from the beginning, there were groups. And the groups, as it stood then, everybody was just fighting for themselves. So the groups were breaking up and forming individual artists.
Gotcha.
So Remedies split up, became Tony Tetuila and everything.
I see.
Then the other people split up and they went for their solo careers. The most interesting part for that one will be that when the band and Jazzy came, it was different. Their sound was different.
Yeah, completely.
Their way of doing things were different. When Gongaso came, it was different.
Sound was completely.
When Flavor came, it was different. I think Flavor also came around 2004,
2006, around that time.
Yeah, it came with the Ashawo track. That song is still top notch today. If you still play it in anywhere, people will still... No, that is not a... Yeah, that is the sound. And it just, and then it also came from the East.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think Flavor, like, maybe he must have.
He's
maybe,
like is it, what's his name now? Fino,
yeah.
That's
Fino.
like our version of.
That is the rap version of maybe what Flavor was then.
That's
because
how
I think Flavor was in the East and he came to Lagos. But I think he has already recorded the song in the East.
He just brought it to the market.
Yeah,
Got it. I see.
Because Lagos, you know,
it's the central.
It's the
entertainment district.
Don't fool yourself.
Got it.
You want
it to pop there.
You want to pop in Nigeria, you come to Lagos.
Come to Lagos. I got you. It's like the Hollywood for.
Yeah, if you're not in, I mean, your song can blow up somewhere else, but if you want to sustain
that
it,
exposure,
you have to come to Lagos.
Just like Odumodu Black is from Port Harcourt, but
I think he lives in Abuja.
From Abuja. The Lagos is where his scene is really.
Hey, if he wants to sustain it,
you have to have that.
You have to come to Lagos.
The backing, yeah.
And that is why I say the houses of this world. I think they didn't start up in Lagos. I think they were released somewhere else, maybe in your state. Then they take it to Lagos. Then someone picks it up. Then it becomes huge.
Got it.
What year was Yahooze? I can't even remember.
Around that same time. I think 2003 or 4.
Yeah,
I think a little early.
I'm not sure when Yahooze dropped. I'm not sure.
Let me check real quick.
But Yahooze was also big,
huge,
because Olu maintained. So Olu maintained too. They started Afrobeat because they were 2, right? Then I think they were doing much more of converting popular American songs.
2007.
Yahooze? So, they were a group, right?
That, you told me that.
Yeah.
You said, no.
This Olu Maintain was in a group.
What group was he in?
Maintain. Olu and Tolu Maintain. Yeah, they were 2.
So it was 2. Okay, so give me the story. Break it down. Because us Americans, we don't know the back story. We just heard the song here.
So Yahooze was in Olu Maintain's first album. But before that time, they were 2, Olu and Tolu Maintain. They were a group.
So, okay, did they create Yahooze as a group?
No.
So they split up.
Olu Maintain created Yahooze as a solo artist.
As a solo song, yeah. Okay. So what music does he have as part of the group? Okay, so you guys gonna have to insert all of this.
They also did which one is that again? I Catch Code.
Oh, play it for me. I think I remember that song now.
Yeah, Code Olu Maintain, Catch Code. Let me see. Catch Code Olu Maintain. You see, this is the 2 of them.
Okay.
No, this song, pause it. You see, this song is one of my favorite song from all their songs.
The group.
No, from the group. This song that is playing is not the Catch Code though. Pencil, razor.
Yeah, that's what just playing.
Mosquito na malaria. So you see this song is another song. This intro is another song entirely. It's not the Catch Code.
So he just used an intro from one song,
from one of the other songs to this one
to give. Wow.
Mosquito is malaria. So when he said F1 is mosquito. So the
that's the sound of the mosquito. I got you. I see.
Mom, do you know what happened to me today? He told me to come, right?
Right, we've came so far. Look at these videos, man. Yeah. This is only 11 years ago. So this is okay. Okay, so this is them as a group, and then from there, so they only had one album as a group.
2, I think 2 albums.
2 albums as a group, and
because
then
they did the Catch Code. They did other songs before that time. It's not just coming to my head now.
But I mean, major songs, not just.
I think they at least have 2 albums together.
Okay.
As Olu and Tolu Maintain.
Wow.
Than they are from my state anyway. They're from my town.
Wow.
So I'm proud of
this
them.
is dope. This is dope. This is dope.
So I'm not sure. I heard like the Tolu, the other one. I don't think they fought. I think it was not maybe health issues and stuff like that. I'm not. Don't quote me. That is what I heard. So had other health issues, or maybe his priorities changed anyway. So it was Olumente now came up and did Yauze.
Wow, which was global. So but in that Yauze video, he was like, they were group.
No. He just invited a lot of artists that were popping in. He invited Pasuma.
Yeah,
invited,
like everybody's.
Earthquake. I'm not sure if they're there.
Yauze. That video was also a very iconic video, I remember.
So when he left, I think he got signed to Kenny's Music as well. And we already spoke about Kenny's Music and what they did for Afrobeat.
This song.
Can you go back to the beginning? So look at the intro. So that is what I'm saying. Like, even the intro then for a song was huge. You know, like it was part of what you were waiting for. When it comes on, you already know the song. You know, that intro just leads you. You know. Now today we have like 2-minute songs. 1 minute is one thing, 2 minute is another thing.
The attention span has gotten shorter and shorter.
If you drop a good jam, even if it is 5 minutes, people will still listen.
That's true.
That's the reality.
People like us, not the younger ones.
That's not even the younger ones will listen. What happened to this guy? This DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled, yeah.
God did.
Yeah.
8-minute record.
Okay.
The people not play it.
Okay.
Are people not listening to it?
Okay.
Will you say it's not a dope record?
It is.
It's a dope record.
Absolutely right.
So that's what I'm saying. That time, Fela,
OG though.
Arigbiji, 20 minutes. Arigbiji.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Intro is still going for the next 20 minutes. Arigbiji.
Yeah.
Baba never even started to sing.
I know he's doing. So today we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
What we're talking
even
about.
that one alone, another 5 minutes. Arigbiji is 20 minutes alone. because those ones they were not trying to play songs, they were doing music.
They were performing.
Yeah, it is not DJ track one. No. And that is what, if you look at people like, I'm not sure, but I know Burna might be doing it, but I've not really seen all of his shows. But Ashake is doing something like that. He just creates like an interlude within his performance that is, the drummers are just playing, he's just freestyling on it, people are dancing, people are seeing him perform.
Correct.
He's not singing over what he has already recorded.
It's an act.
Exactly.
It's an act.
So it's an experience as a whole. So when Fela is going to all these shows, right, you know, he might have a set of 2 hours, 3 hours. He might end up singing 4 or 5 songs in those 3 hours. But one song is taking 30 minutes already. Because from the intro, he's building it up.
He's telling you a story.
He's building it up. Maybe the first person is the, guitarist or another one comes in, another one comes in, another one comes in, then
you hear
playing.
This is not like minute 20.
No, yeah, it's like 22.
You know? And then you get here.
It will also tell you the story, the inspiration behind this song that you want to listen to.
The experience, the experience
what he wants to address with this song that you want to listen to.
Exactly.
He will tell you. Then he will now start singing.
It's true. Yeah, you're right.
Before you know it, it's 45 minutes. Yeah, before you do Arigbiji, 2 hours. You are tired. It's time to go home. But it's a lovely experience. So music has evolved. I understand that. But I always say this thing like, everybody wants to jump and say, people are different. This one. If you drop a good song, people will listen to it.
Absolutely.
you are only following that trend because someone, you copied the formula. Someone did this and it's working. So everybody's going to do it too. Anyway, it's much more easier to fill a 2-minute record than to fill a 3-minute or a 4-minute record.
That's true.
And that is why all those old OGs are like saying these ones, they are not putting in the work.
Yeah.
Because
especially with all the new tools, how easy it's now become.
I am telling you, I'm not sure. I imagine someone like Kabasa and Nice working on wedding day. On a wedding day. You cannot tell me that was a freestyle.
No way.
I'll be shocked.
No, it could be.
It could be. I'll be shocked.
But it was one hell of a freestyle.
Yeah, that's
intentional. That was
someone sat down
and they wanted to convey the way they felt.
Exactly.
Because either a heartbreak or a good situation,
they recorded it. They say, okay, this song. What do we want to say about this song? Okay, now we have this tune.
What are we trying to target? Right?
What are we trying to address?
To convey.
And they started putting it together, and they made Wedding Day. It doesn't mean that, Nice first album, not the Gongas album. He had one album called Certificate. Yeah, he had one album that has the one that said, "Give me the lighter."
Oh,
pass me the ganja.
It's been so long.
Roll up the Rizla. Let the smoke come. Pop filare. That song with Jobless. And Jobless is another artist we've not even spoken about.
Oh, man.
Because the people then that were with Kabasa, I think most of them eventually blew up. Although their level of
blow is at a different
level. Right. And when people say, oh, there was no Afrobeat artist that was performing with band before Burna Boy came. And I'm like, where have you been? Did you not see Nice go to Nelson Mandela's birthday party or something and played with band, with Gongaso? But before people were daft then, they said, oh, the performance was not nice because it is not the DJ track one.
I got you.
You get what I'm saying? They were like, oh, he went to go and perform for Nelson Mandela in South Africa, I think inauguration or something, or birthday. Oh, and he messed it up. He didn't perform well.
It's not what they're used to.
Because it's not what they're used to, but he was performing with a band.
With a band. Damn.
But people see that they have not so good attention span, or they don't know.
They have
and when you don't know, you don't accept.
You don't,
You just say, oh, I think Burna Boy is the first person to do it. You don't say Burna Boy is the first person. Because it's not the first person that did it.
Right. You got to do your homework before you make certain statements.
Before you make statements that, you think is factual.
Because, and then you're insulting,
the people that have done it before.
People have done it before.
Yeah. So, the music scene, if you look at Jobless, if you look at Reminisce, if you look at Olamide, if you look at even Fields, Mr. Producer, if you look at all these artists already passed through Eddie Kabasa. They already passed through him. Like at one point in time in their career, they had Eddie Kabasa. Not to talk of the Lord of Ajasa, not to talk of Too Fat. There are artists that you probably will not know them now. Like if I tell someone like, do you know Too Fat? They probably say no.
I don't. That's why we have to we have to continue this series. So that you can inform us, because this is the history. You know what I mean?
To the best of my knowledge. I don't have all the details.
This is a platform though. At least it's a place where if you want that information, it's here.
That is what we are saying. Too Fat, Babala.
Who's we're gonna talk about that, guys.
So these people were under, I think I don't know, from ID Kabasa, I think they formed Edge Records, they were just forming record label. I think from Kabasa they were like everybody started forming their own record labels.
Okay, so that was the thing.
Went and formed YBNL. Nice went and formed what is the name of Nice album? Alakomeji Records.
Okay.
Signed Seriki Omowo. Signed this Ajayi Brothers. Signed, like 2 or 3 other Wise. But all these people, all these Seriki, I think they were already with Kabasa before he signed them.
Can I ask you something? There's a person that I've been wondering what happened to. Am I?
Yeah,
what's going on with him?
I mean, the story we get to MI, because I feel like when it comes to what is generally accepted as rap music today in Nigeria, I think MI gave everybody that format. It wasn't as if people were not doing it before. Remedies were doing it before. But you see, MI took it to another level with African Rapper Number One. That song, African Rapper Number One, yo. MI is a microphone magician, no. Mm-hmm. So like that song, it featured flavor on it. And what they did was they gave us a lovely tune and chorus and a rap that everybody can rap, that can follow.
Got it.
So it was no longer the shiggity, wiggity of Remedies.
I see.
It was no longer the Yoruba verses that the Lord of Ajasas, Tufa that I was saying, Olamide, they were already doing all these Yoruba raps then. But for me, anyway, that I would say from my own perspective, the person that I felt like gave me that feeling of a rap I can follow. I can say Rugged Man did it. But Rugged Man only did it with Nice on one song with Opumulero.
Okay, so it wasn't...
No, I'm not talking about... No, what I'm saying is not maybe someone that started rapping in English.
I see your point. He was mainly English rapping.
Yes,
it was specialized in...
Yes, he was doing that in English.
The Yoruba
so
rapper.
MI was doing it in English. Pure English. And in a format that you can listen
to and you can
understand what he's saying and repeat it. Got it. So what Rugged Man did for me was, and we're still going to get there, he's one of in the series, right? What Rugged Man did for me was, Rugged Man was the person that broke that chain of, why are you trying to rap like Jodokis? Why are you trying to do Jaru for me? Alaye, singing, rapping, something. Don't try. So because then when Idris is rapping, we don't understand what he's saying. It's just wiggity woogity.
It's like you speaking. It's like you're listening to a Western.
I'm still don't understand what they're saying now. If you people are rapping now, I don't know what you guys are saying.
Got it.
So I cannot be disturbing myself. So what Rugged Man did was he spoke about it, addressed it, and gave us like, you don't have to always rap in copy Oyinbo style.
Yeah. Here's our own.
You can do it in your mother tongue and
it still sounds good.
And it still sounds good.
Got it.
So he did it. So as he was addressing it, he was doing what everybody...
solution himself.
Yes, he was saying, I'm not just saying do it now.
I'm showing
you how to do it. Then, who best could he have brought in? And I think he brought Nice. So that was what brought the Atewamu Bala.
I got that song. So that was their way of addressing the issue.
So that created a fight because now it's not controversial, right? Kenny's Music signed Idris, Abdulkarim, and some other rappers. They were doing the American figgity stuff. Now, Redefining man has come and said, why you can't rap like Mumu? So from there, everybody started paying attention. I'm like, yeah, this guy is good. So that killed the market for Idris Abdulkarim. So, and that was why Baba stopped rapping. I felt like Baba stopped rapping and started doing Jaga Jaga, and Jaga Jaga worked, but it was not rapping. Because if you look at Oko Ashewo, if you look at Belinda, if you look at all those songs, they were rapping there. They were rapping. But as it moves forward, Baba started singing too. Because Baba cannot go back. Baba only know how to do figidi. Now, that is my own submission. I might be wrong. But since that time, because people actually accepted what Rugged Man was saying, Idris cannot go back and be doing that same style again.
I got you.
So he has to find something to do, or he'll be out of music. His career will be dead. Let me put it that way. But thankfully he did Jaga Jaga. and everything started like coming back up for it. But he was not rapping. He stopped rapping.
Gotcha.
Or his rap started going to that pattern. But MI, so I'll say when it comes to like pure English, American hip hop,
he's the staple.
I'll say MI said, okay, we can also still do this American thing,
mix it up with the Yoruba.
Just like
so. What's on next? What do you see? Well, actually, what's going to be on the next episode? So we give them a little teaser.
So what I think we're going to be moving next is, at what point did we move from the band?
Right.
The band, Wande Cole, Moit Records, Nice, Olumentain, to this generation of artists that we have now, Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy, and so on and so forth. Because like these artists, Nice, all of them, they took it way far from 2004 to 2010. Then 2010 moved it. So like,
So basically what happened in the 2010s? What that scene was
Wizkid,
like? I think we covered the early 2000s.
Wizkid.
From 2000 to 2010, we've covered with
Wizkid came.
This series. I think
everything changed.
Wizkid,
Davido, Olamide was even before then, if I'm not mistaken, or they came around the same time. Yeah, they came around the same time. Because they did Omoto Shot together. And Olamide has already dropped his album.
That's true.
And Wizkid has also dropped one album then. So they did Omoto Shot together.
Who else was there around that time? This was when they do a lot of these dancing stuff.
Wande Cole too was there that time. Wande Cole dropped his first album in 2009, if I'm not mistaken.
Blackface.
No. Blackface, face to face. They were already in the early 2000s.
What we're going to cover in the next episodes is 2010.
It's 2006 to 2010 to then
2006 to 2016. I think that's a good 10-year run.
For 30 minutes? No, I think...
No, more than that. It's a series, but that's the next phase.
That's the next phase of where we're going.
That's what I want us to really cover.
Because I would say after 2016, then Afrobeat also took a change
of its own, which is what we're experiencing now too, to a degree.
So I would say, basically that is what we can do that next time and do it. And in between, if we want to talk about any entertainment gist that we feel like is worth discussing, we can talk about that. And this basically I'll just say
because I also want you to talk about the rise of the female artists. I feel like around that time, Asha, all the female artists started to come into the game.
Yeah,
because in the States that was what was happening also. So I don't want us to talk too much right now.
So for the female artists, I also feel like they've always been there from the inception, from the beginning. We have people like Sasha that was in a group that was already dropping albums in 2000 or so. Yeah.
Wait,
if I'm not mistaken.
Hold on. I got to hear. I don't know who that is. I got to hear her. Okay.
So that is what I'm saying. Female artists started blowing up in Afrobeat because Tiwa Savage started doing sexy. So the early Afrobeat female, Word MC was not doing Word MC. She was there since in the 90s, early 90s or mid 90s. She's female too. But she's rapping. She's doing the guy type.
Yeah.
Sasha, she's rapping. She's doing the guy type. Even though that was what Afrobeat was all about.
So basically what I'm asking is, most likely a person that's watching this from the Americas.
Yeah.
Experienced a new female artist first, maybe with Tiwa Savage.
Yeah.
Then, if you're really into music, you probably knew about
a lot of them, a bunch of other artists.
A bunch of other artists.
Yemi Alade.
But no, not here. Like
Yemi Alade.
But yeah, I'm saying
Yemi Alade is not even
mainstream.
a big artist. She only has that many.
Like what I'm saying is a mainstream
that was the reality.
Artist here. Like a regular person can be like, oh, I know her. You know how some people know what's that, Genevieve?
So there's some. So if you look at Yemi Alade that he was talking about, she's a good artist. She did Johnny. Johnny was a big hit. Johnny,
I remember.
She was doing so, but it was also almost the same time with Tiwa Savage anyway. So Tiwa Savage was doing fine. She was doing fine. She dropped Johnny. Johnny was very big in Africa. I think it is bigger in French-speaking African countries than even in Nigeria. Because even in France, when I was in France, people still play that song because they like her. So my problem with her is this. And it's a personal problem. She didn't ask me to have a problem with that. She was doing fine. She dropped Johnny. She had some good songs. She did the song with Wande Cole. And I think Tiwa Savage got married and went on maternity leave. Then she was there. She was there. Immediately Tiwa Savage came back. She just started doing Mama Africa type of songs, like Angelique Kidjo type of songs. So I'm like, it's like she got bullied outside of doing pop songs like Tiwa Savage was doing. Now that is what I think.
Gotcha.
Because when Tiwa Savage came and dropped Standing Ovation featuring Olamide, she just basically said, your mother, Yayi Sikpada, didn't sing. So everybody pack where. And everybody packed where. so, and that song alone, you know, like, it was like, I'm back. Like, I'm back.
I never left.
All of you that were,
like,
all of them, they were like picking up. Even Yemi Alade was picking up then. But it's like when she came back, they just went and started, she's not even singing again. And Yemi Alade, she started doing Angelique Kidjo, Mama Africa.
But that's what we're going to cover on the next series, guys.
You're right. I mean,
this has been interesting for me. Yeah, honestly, I've gotten a lot of history on Afrobeats as a whole. But I look forward to what we're going to be speaking about in the next half of this and talking about the 2010s to 2006 to 2016. This should be a dope time to cover. Like always, it's a good time, man.
All right.